Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into something called business ontology.
Business ontology.
And I know that sounds kind of intimidating, right?
It does sound very academic.
Yeah, like what is that?
Yeah.
But I think by the end of this, you'll see it's actually a lot simpler than it sounds. And not only that, it can be really useful no matter what kind of business you're in, or even if you're not in business. It can just help you understand the world a little bit better.
I like that.
So to get started, I got a question for you. And throughout this deep dive, we'll kind of come back to this question
All right.
and see if you can figure out the answer.
I love a good challenge. Lay it on me.
Okay, so if a business ontology is like a map of your company, like a really detailed map, what would be the landmarks on that map?
Ooh, that's good.
All right, so think about that. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
So what is business ontology?
Well, it's basically a formal model or a framework that describes the concepts and the relationships within a particular domain. And in this case, we're talking about business.
Okay, so when you say concepts and relationships, what do you actually mean?
Yeah, so think of it this way. The concepts are like the building blocks of your business, like the key things that make your business what it is.
Okay.
So things like your customers, your products, your services, your employees, really anything that's essential to how your business operates.
So like nouns, basically.
Yeah, you could think of them as the nouns, yeah.
Okay.
And then the relationships are the verbs. They're the connections between these concepts. So for example, you might have a relationship between a customer and a product called purchases.
Right?
Or a relationship between an employee and a department called works in.
Right.
And the important thing here is that these relationships aren't just like simple connections.
Okay.
They can be multidimensional, meaning there can be many different kinds of relationships between the same two concepts.
Oh.
So, for example, a customer might purchase a product, but they might also provide feedback on that product, or they might return that product. So you can have all these different relationships between the same two things.
That's really interesting. It's like a web.
Exactly. It's like a web, and it's dynamic, meaning it's constantly changing and arriving as the business changes and evolves.
So it's not just a static picture.
Nope, not at all. It's a living model of how your business actually works.
Okay, so that makes sense. I'm starting to see like how you can visualize it. But why? Like, why should anyone care about business ontology?
Yeah, that's a big question, right? So I think one of the biggest benefits is that it can really help with data management. I mean, we live in a world where we have data coming at us from every direction, right?
Absolutely.
And if you don't have a good way to organize and structure that data, it just becomes this big, overwhelming mess.
It's like a junk drawer.
It's totally like a junk drawer. You open it up and you're like, oh, there's stuff in here I need, but I have no idea where to find it.
Right.
But if you have a business ontology in place, it's like having a well-organized filing system.
Right.
You know exactly where everything is, and you can easily access the information you need. And that makes it way easier to analyze your data, make better decisions, and just generally run your business more efficiently.
So it's like a blueprint.
It is like a blueprint.
For all the information in your business.
Exactly. And another big benefit is that it can really help with AI and automation.
Okay, how so?
Well, AI systems, they thrive on data. They need data to learn and make predictions. But if your data is a mess, it's really hard for AI to do its job.
Right.
But if you have a clear, structured ontology in place, it's like giving your AI a superpower.
Wow.
It can easily understand the relationships between different data points, and it can use that understanding to automate all sorts of tasks.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, like personalizing customer experiences, optimizing pricing strategies, even detecting fraud. All these things that can be really time-consuming and difficult for humans to do. But AI can do them really well if it has the right data foundation.
Okay, so this is way more than just organizing data.
It is.
This is about like understanding how your business actually works at a really deep level.
Yeah, it's about seeing the big picture. It's about seeing how all the different parts of your business fit together.
So it's like a map.
It's exactly like a map.
Okay, so that brings us back to my question from the beginning.
Oh, yeah, the landmarks.
The landmarks, right.
Yeah.
So if a business ontology is like a map of your company, what would be the landmarks on that map?
I think I'm getting it. Would it be the core entities?
Yeah.
Core entities, the relationships, the processes.
You got it, exactly.
Okay.
So those are the things you want to pay attention to. Those are the things that are going to help you navigate your business and make better decisions.
Because they're the things that really matter.
Exactly.
They're the things that define what your business is and how it operates.
Yeah. So I think like The big takeaway here is that business ontology can seem kind of abstract,
Yeah.
but it's actually a really practical tool. It can help you understand your business better, it can help you make better decisions, and it can help you be more successful.
Totally agree.
So for all of you listening out there, what are the landmarks in your business? Take some time to think about it.
Yeah, map it out.
Yeah, map it out.
Yeah.
And see what you discover.
I think you'll be surprised at what you find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.